host Ruben, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use an app, or in this instance, a website known as easyequities.io. As always, please note I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I providing any financial advice. I'm just the guy showing you how I choose my stocks. Please note any decision that you make when investing, understand the risk that you are taking before making any investment. You are working hell of a hard for your money, so do understand where you are putting your money. Before I begin, I just want to apologize for the lack of videos. It has been a really busy month for me. Um, Busy preparing for exams, got married as well, moved into a new place, and yeah, so everything has settled down a bit. Really enjoying the married lifestyle. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, I just want to thank you all for continuously watching the videos whilst I haven't been uploading anything, and also for the new subscribers. I think the last time I posted up a video, I had about 49 or 47 subscribers, and now we are at around number 70. So I really do appreciate all of you. Um, yeah, so on today's video, just to get into it, I will be looking at three stocks. I think we left off on my PQR picks, and today I'll be looking at my S, T, and U picks. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm over on Easy Equities. As I mentioned, easyequities.io. Basically, Easy Equities has changed their domain or URL from .co.za to .io. Basically, they want to drive this international perspective of theirs, which is really great to see for a South African company. It's something that really is great to see, especially as a South African. Makes me really proud of such a company going international, and we can say that we can invest in a company that actually is international. So, congrats to them. But yeah, let's get into the video. First pick is going to be my S, and for my S, I will be looking at Sasol. Sasol, at the time when the price was dropping down, I didn't buy. What happened is my wife now actually bought a few shares when it was really low, and she's sitting on a decent profit now. A lot of people are actually sitting on a decent profit, or have realized a decent profit. But yeah, Sasol, you guys don't know what Sasol actually stands for. It stands for the South African Synthetic Oil Limited. So South African Synthetic Oil Limited gives you Sasol, and basically Sasol, there's been a lot of controversy or a lot of news about them with regards to one of their projects in the USA, where they spent close to about $11 billion on the Lake Charles project, which is a massive amount of money considering that construction began in 2015 and they still not completed with it. I did make a previous video of Sasol. I think that there was like one of the first videos that I did when I started with these three stock picks at the time. That was during April somewhere, and as you can see, the last price that was listed for Sasol is 143 Rand and 69 cents. In March, as always, in March, the 20th of March, it was priced at 27 Rand 14 cents. If we come today, it's at 143 Rand. That they will give you roughly about a 500% return, which is ridiculous considering that Sasol before was priced at, we go to the 1 year view, I think it was upwards of 200 Rand, and to see the price now at 143, it still is a decent buy in my opinion. But at the same time, there's a rule of thumb that I go by when I do invest in shares, is do not catch falling knives. So if you look at your Steinhoff or your EOH or your Aveng, those were great companies at a point, but their market prices now is really low. So as I've mentioned many a time before, please understand the risk that you are taking when purchasing a stock. So yeah, the price from here at 123 and 27 Rand up to 143 Rand is about 440% or 430%. The current CEO of the company is a guy named Fleetwood Probler, and he was the CEO in 2019. And most recently, the revenue has been about $21.7 billion. The operating income is at about $4.7 billion, and their net income is at $3.11 billion. They currently employ about 30,000 people, and their head office is in Santon. One of the things that I mentioned before in a previous video is this invest amount that Easy Equity has. I know a few people that prefer having round number of shares, whilst other people enjoy investing a round amount of money. So yeah, Easy Equities has a cap where you're allowed per transaction. If you have 544,000 rand lying around, you can fulfill one transaction with that amount of money. In the about section, you're on Sasol. I think most of us know what they do. They were founded in Sasselberg based on some German techniques, or I think I'm getting that right, but there are some German chemists and engineers. So yeah, basically that's what they base their processes on. I believe the fuel that is actually used from Sasol is comes from gas and not like fossil fuels or um, yeah, fossil fuels. I think it's mainly gas. If I am incorrect, please do correct me. I'm not a wizard in understanding all things on shares or on companies, but I do try and read a little bit here and there. So yeah, I'll leave you guys to read this about section here for Sasol, and that's my first topic for you. Sasol, I think in the week I will be posting up another video where I will be showing a friend of mine's account, and they just have Sasol in their account. They bought one lot, and I think that person actually bought it about 35 rand or 30 bucks, and their account now is like ridiculous. So yeah, that first stock was Sasol. The second stock over here, I actually want to do this here, looking at the view going backwards. So if you just click the Z to A, and the second stock over here is T. The stock that I was looking at over here was Tongaat Hewlett. So Tongaat Hewlett, basically they are a sugarcane company. I believe the head office is in Durban, and where there's a lot of sugarcane farming and whatnot. But one of the things that I want to bring to your attention here is if you go to the 6-month view, 20th of March, as always, price was at about 2.61 cents, and now it's at around 5 rand. So you would have made 100% of your money back, double your money actually. And yeah, basically there were a limited number of stocks to pick, hence the reason why I chose the Z to A option, just to show you guys the stock that was around there. If I can just go back to invest now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. For me, not a big investor when it comes to Tokosan, the gaming and hotels industry. True, it, as you guys have noticed, for the last 6 months, a lot of shopping has been done online, so not a big fan of that there. I don't know any of these companies here. I do know Trilidor. None of these companies here. None of these companies here except for Tongaat Hewlett. And then Tiger Brands as well. Tiger Brands, everybody's on the eat, but Tiger Brands, when I was purchasing or invested in them, the price is very volatile. As you can see, the price goes up, hits a high, and then all the way comes back down. This is even lower than what was in March, 163 rand, and yeah, 152 rand. As you can see, it's lower. So hence the reason why I don't like investing in really volatile stock. If I do want to trade on a particular stock, this would be amazing for me, but I'm not the type of person that is going to be investing in really volatile stocks. So hence the reason why I didn't invest in Tiger Brands, or I don't select Tiger Brands for the stock. Telkom, not a big fan of them as well, and a lot of Fashini Group. Investec, we already invested in Investec in an earlier video, and yeah, so reason why I chose Hewlett was because it's a really cheap stock for me, an easy way to get up to 100 shares on this year, and they are an agricultural and agri-processing business focusing on the complementary feedstocks of sugarcane and maize. The company has its origins in the north coast of KZN, specifically in the town of Tongaat. That's the reason why Tongaat Hewlett. The company was formed as a result of a merger between the Tonga Sugar Company, founded by Edward Saunders, and Hewlett Sugar, founded in 1892 by Lee Hewlett. Company listed on the JSE. Its core business is sugar, starch, and property management. They currently have a revenue of 14.3 billion. Oh, these are past dated data that I'm looking at. Apologies, but they have about 30,000 employees. And yeah, as I mentioned, price was previously at around 2 rand, and now it's at 5 rand. So you're gonna make about double your money if you purchase in March. And if we go to the more about over here, or the about section here, here's a short description that sure you wouldn't mind going to read. And if you have about 3,776 rand, you get invest per transaction. That's a max that you're allowed to invest in the stock. Compared to the Cecil, that is like a drop in the ocean. Cecil was at about $500,000 there. Insane. Anyway, that's my second stock pick, which was T, and I chose Tonga Hewlett. Again, if I go to ZA, when I look at stocks, we're looking at the third stock now, which is U. Universal Partners Limited, no idea who these chaps are. Union Atlantic Minerals Limited, no idea who these chaps are. Unicorn Capital, I know they're a mining coal extraction company, something to do with the mining industry. I'm not a fan of them, don't know much about the business. So what I do know a lot about is the USD. Currently, right now, the USD rand to dollar, or dollar to rand, has been very volatile. I think it's just under 17 rand as I'm making this video. In the last 2 weeks or whatever, it was up to 17.50 cents, then came down. So I rather know a lot about the USD, which is the dollar, and what I would want to invest in is something in the dollar. So dollar custodial certificates, I did make mention of this in a previous video, but if you just look at this have picked up really nicely in the last week. So as you can see, the price currently right now, or last week, is 1,800 rand. Straight line pick up here to 2,000 rand. That is about a 10% increase in the price in one day, which is insane. If we go to the 3-month view, yes, the share price of this is expensive, but thanks to easy equities, you can have fractional share. You can own a fraction of a share, which is really cool. And if we just come to March, sorry, that's only a 6-month view. If we just come to March over here, wait for it to load. So the dollar custodial certificate are custodial certificate listed on the ETF sector. Remember, electronic trading funds. I will make a video showing the difference between an ETN and an ETF and an equity, but that will come at the end of the series. Each dollar custodial certificate, the DCC, which is used here, gives the holder the right to the capital value of a US Treasury bond. Really important. And an income stream equal to the coupons on the US Treasury less 330 BPS. So basically, I did make mention, if you go back to my previous video on DEF, I made mention of what ETF is, what a mutual fund is, and what a bond is. So if you would like to go and watch that video, I do make mention on what a mutual fund is and a bond, I believe. If I didn't, comment down below, let me know, and I'll make a video on that there. But yeah, dollar custodial certificate, this is what I would have invested in. But if you are the type of person that likes to own a share, remember I mentioned people prefer buying shares or round value of shares, whilst others enjoy spending round amounts of money. Let's just rather go and look at something similar to this here, or something that's also a USD product, and that would be New Wave USD ETN. Previous was an ETF, this is a ETN, which is an electronic traded note. We come now to the about section. New Wave US dollar ETN is an exchange traded note incorporated in South Africa. The ETN is issued out of Absa's Bank New Wave ETN program, enabling investors to obtain exposure to the reference currency, which in this case is the United States dollar. So basically, this ETN gives you exposure to the US dollar Basically, as I mentioned, the price of the dollar was just under 17 rand before last week. That's what they're selling it at, and you can purchase one for about 17 and 40 cents. If it comes to the 6 month view, or even the 1 year, let's rather do 6 month view for now. 6 month view, if I come to 20th of March, as you can see, this year was on the rise as compared to all the other stocks that we have seen in my series. On the 20th of March, it's actually higher than what the previous days or the previous couple days amounts were. And if you cut right across here, if I come down to the 20 month, 17 and 38 cents, 17 and 04. So you would have made a loss, a slight loss on this year. But if you look at the long-term play on this year has been increasing every single month. If you were to draw a straight line from here, 1414, 1646. So this ETN for the USD is much better than the other U's because I didn't know what they were, and the one that I did know, I wasn't really interested in it. But I did know that USD is a strong currency. Everybody compares whatever pair to what the dollar is doing. Everybody is interested in what the dollar does. So that's just how I would like to expose my portfolio to the US account, if not investing directly into the US stock market. Remember, Easy Equities does have the USD accounts where you can purchase your Facebooks, your Amazons. Salesforce is a really good pick. That's my favorite stock in a USD account. Salesforce. Basically, I believe Alibaba acquired some percentage of that company and they've really been doing well. So Salesforce is at one in the USD account. So basically, your USD account, you can actually get more exposure if you want to start buying stuff in USD money terms. But for the sake of this series and this video, my stock pick for this is U being USD stock or ETN or ETF. So that's it from my side, guys. Just a quick recap. S was Cecil, the T was Tonga Hewlett, and my U was anything USD. Also, I got a question on Instagram. Basically, somebody asked me, how do you get the 50 Rand when you do invest in shares? Basically, what you would do is you have to create your Easy Equities account using the link in the description below. Once you've done that, you'll have to FICA your account. Once you get approval from Easy Equities, then I suggest then only deposit money into the account. Once you've deposited monies into the account, you will then have to invest that money. So investment starts at a minimum of 5 Rand, I believe. Invest 5 Rand into any stock or whatever the case is, and you should see the 50 Rand reflecting on your side. If you don't, please let me know and we can tag Easy Equities on Twitter. They're really helpful and really quick to respond. So yeah, that's it from my side. If there are any other questions, feel free to send me a message on Instagram, and do send a good couple of question marks or more messages after that if I don't respond immediately. But yeah, that's it all from my side, guys. Hope you guys have a great day and happy investing. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.